by.
Oh, could be Wayne!
I think I got my swagger back. Oh,
I love it, baby!
Them orange britches. Something about them orange britches.
Tennessee wins!
By Tennessee to one Jennings. Jennings makes the
Ball hit high in the air into right field. Going back is Sayre. And Tennessee can say hello with Column. A grand slam in the bottom of the ninth. You can't draw it up any better.
We just won a basketball game, and we're very happy right now. McGrath for the win.
He got it.
If you don't like college football and you watch this one, I'm not sure what your problem is.
Reddit did to do, and welcome into More Important Issues. It is Thursday, September 11th. I'm not ready for SEC play yet. I hope the Vols are. I'm fired up. It's a big week. I've got Landon Raby with me as always. To my left tonight, Landon's behind the glass, so to my left, it's Joey Boots. Joey, you look great in the rowback and the Hovey Dry Goods Moore hat, which we are giving away right now, by the way.
We are, yeah. Joey's a walking
sponsor, dude. I'm a billboard.
Dude, look, he's a promo code waiting to happen.
I'll go down to the boxer, so people listening, I got some extra
like more
real
issues
estate
boxers.
Hey, I don't care who sponsors it. Whoever's first to get me some boxers, I'll start sagging at tailgates and cheeks out for.
You're easily
for
bought.
some money. Yeah,
I like that.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm saying.
Name a price.
Yep.
I'll do it.
Landon used to hate Adidas. Now he's all in.
Yeah, all about money. I can be bought.
Free is free. You don't even need to be bought. You just want free stuff.
True.
I've seen you wearing POW gear because our good buddy Austin White gives us POW gear.
Yeah. I mean, I'm waiting for Southwell to give me some free gear, but haven't got anything.
Challenges put out there.
Yep.
Southwell.
Ball's in your court.
It's game week. Georgia. Kirby Smart's Georgia is coming to town. I bet those buses are going to be flying. You know how they always fly with the police escort? Do you think that is kind of part of the problem? Do you think maybe they should just have to go the speed limit at some point?
They're just used to it.
Yeah.
The cop cars will be behind the buses trying to catch up to them.
Yeah.
Slow down in K-Town, Georgia.
One of the players goes to the bus yard and be like, I got this.
Truthfully, I know there have been some devastating accidents from speeding down there, but statistically speaking, pretty good drivers on the Georgia team.
Oh.
From a pure statistical standpoint.
I don't follow.
Yeah, is that true?
Well, we know there are a lot of speeding drivers. I mean, think about the amount that have been caught, then think about the amount that haven't. We just know that they're all speeding. There's only been one car crash that I'm aware of.
Okay.
That's good statistics, right?
I see what you're saying. Out of all, I mean, there's been 40 players, pulled over and only one's caused a serious accident.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong.
Take those odds every day.
Or just,
a shout out to the police. Maybe we're catching them before these accidents happen.
That's a good possibility. I didn't think about that, Landon.
Yeah.
I didn't think about
Shout
that.
out.
Shout out GSP.
Who's better at pit maneuvers, Georgia State Police or Arkansas State Police?
I mean, Georgia's just.
Have you seen the Arkansas videos online?
No, not as prominently as Georgia.
If you don't pull over immediately in Arkansas, they will pit. They just they like to pit maneuver.
Mm.
You better have, if you are on Arkansas highways, have your radio down and be looking in your rear view mirror at all times. Because the moment those lights come on, they don't give you the opportunity. I've seen them pit maneuver a motorcycle. It's crazy.
Oh, on video.
yeah.
In real life.
Not in person, no.
It's an absurd thing to be.
How do you feel about this game being so early? Recent history in Tennessee football, it's been Florida's been your first.
Yeah. I think it's hard to obviously you're going to go back and forth, but I feel like it's been relatively calm on social media because just no one really knows about either one of these teams yet.
And I think not knowing much about Georgia is kind of scary.
Yeah. Or maybe we do know about them. I don't know.
I personally don't think we know a lot about them. Especially offensively.
But do we really need to? Like, I mean, what they've
no.
done against Tennessee the past couple of years, they got to do again.
Well, and I think that's a good point in terms of we do know, you know enough about them because you've played each other.
Mm-hmm.
You know
tendencies.
Enough's not the right word. Yeah, you know what they how they want to attack you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's still familiarity there. It's not entirely unknown, but it is a new quarterback. There are new faces in the backfield, new faces out wide. Probably some of the better faces you faced out wide in this Georgia team, especially as a group. And then offensive line, new faces that are. We talked about question marks going into this season. That's a question mark going into this game for Georgia. Not that Tennessee's free of question marks.
Yeah, it was a question last year too. And we all saw what happened last year.
See, that one was frustrating because it wasn't really a question. They struggled to
they were bad.
Protect. Yeah, they struggled to protect. Golly, man, Stetson Bennett was there so long. I want to call every quarterback they had Stetson Bennett. I think that's if they have a white quarterback, we get to call him Stetson Bennett. He shouldn't have been there for 6 years if they didn't want that. But they struggled to protect Carson Beck. The problem is they struggled to protect Carson Beck against blitzing fronts, not 4-man fronts.
Yeah, everybody else.
Yeah. So that one was I hope we attack it back. I hope I don't have to watch Arion Carter play safety for 4 quarters.
Yeah, I mean that's a main thing is like Tennessee has to bring pressure. You can't just wait around and let them pick you apart, especially with Gunnar Stockton being his first true road game. And
what I don't like.
Also, what a start for him. That sucks. Your first road game is in Neyland Stadium at 3:30 with College game day.
With Tennessee being route. Like this is if we had lost to Syracuse or something, probably an easier start.
Yeah. What do we expect the atmosphere to be?
Alabama 24.
Just insane.
I expect it to be bananas.
Yeah. I mean, it's supposed to be good weather.
Great weather.
And everybody was there last week. I was about to say, last week was, you dealt with some weather, but everybody was still there. I mean, I feel like everybody's just kind of itching to get to Saturday. Like, I'm tired of hearing about it, tired of, going back on what they did last year. I mean, I watched the Brooks Austin videos, like all 20 of them he put out this week.
Good for you. I haven't gotten to watch them all. It's going to be a hornet's nest, though. It's going to be – I think it's going to be very, very loud.
So many recruits, too. Ross Kivett said that
it's their biggest week, right?
Yeah, I think they have 15 recruits coming in this week. Just for baseball. All those 2027s. I think a couple 2026 commits in there, but mostly 2027s. So, yeah, I mean, and then football's got a lot. I'm sure basketball is going to – I think they have a official visitor. So, Tennessee athletics, no matter what happens in the game, is going to benefit from this weekend.
Well, hopefully. You say no matter what happens in the game.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yes, yeah.
No, I agree. It's going to be a great atmosphere that'll showcase Tennessee for sure. I feel like Joey said he feels a little too confident. I don't know if you feel too confident in the sense of not that you think we're just outright going to win, but you think it worries you that you feel pretty good about our chances. Am I deciphering that?
Yeah, like I'm not nervous. Now, part of that might be because it's earlier in the season, so it's not hinging on this win. Like you're not really supposed to win this game. So maybe it's just a mixture of those two.
Were you nervous for Alabama in 24?
Yeah.
Florida in 24?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
You're
it's just
not nervous for this one.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's
interesting.
No,
I don't think you're saying Tennessee's going to win outright.
No.
I haven't had that nervousness in terms of game nervousness for big games. And then when we sit down and talk about it on Thursday nights, like I'm starting like the butterflies are happening. Like, I want to win this one so bad. It's starting to get to me.
Yeah, that's fair. It'll probably kick in. I mean, I think it's just more of a like Saturday morning. That's gonna when I see game day panning when I wake up, and I just see them probably panning in from the hazy river, and we're getting another great intro from Reese Davis. I'm gonna be so fired up.
Oh yeah,
that's probably when it's gonna hit me.
I'm nervous, but it's not that I don't think Tennessee has a chance in this game. I just don't think Tennessee wins this game. I think Tim Banks is one of the people that you got to prove you can coach against this team. You got to prove you can't. Feels like he's been outmaneuvered in this game.
I mean, that's kind of everything. Tennessee has been Tennessee against everybody else on their schedule except for Georgia.
Yeah,
every single year.
And offensively, you really got it rolling in the first half last year, and then went dead silent in the second half.
Yeah.
Once so a little bit of outmaneuvered there by Kirby and his staff. I think if Tim Banks, I don't know if this defense isn't exceptional by any means, but we've also seen their offense, who I think people are undervaluing. I think people are undervaluing what we've seen out of Gunnar Stockton so far because he hasn't been asked to do a lot. And some of that's probably watching the Brooks Austin's videos, who is, he's a Georgia guy. So he might be overvaluing, although I think he shows film. You're watching it on tape at the same time. But I just think people are making a lot of a offense that hasn't flashed, but they've also they haven't had to flash. They've been able to win very easily without showing any flash.
And have they, I mean, they've had really good players on offense. I'm not trying to, but have they ever just you're not talking about Georgia because, oh man, that offense is so good. Mm-hmm. They've always been efficient. They run the ball and they dominate you at the line of scrimmage. And that's what Georgia is. Tennessee went 2 tight last year where you're like, what's this? Georgia does it every single down pretty much.
Right. And I think they are going to – I think that offensively, you talk about how they dominate the line of scrimmage. I think they will look different than that this year if they're successful offensively. I think they will have to take more chances downfield. And I think, number one, with the receivers they have, Gunnar Stockton's just got to release the ball. He doesn't have to be perfect and give them a chance to make a play. But and then their offensive line, you're going to have a chance to wreak some havoc, create chaos down there in the trenches, but they also have some backs that they aren't going to overpower you. But man, that backfield's speedy. If they get in, if their running backs, if their offensive line enables their running backs to get into space, that's what worries me. Not so much how they just eat at the yardages.
Yeah, I would feel so much better in that. I feel like from a talent standpoint, Georgia, this year feels a little different because I don't think Georgia's that. They're not that much more talented than you are. Now, Tennessee's dealt with some injuries defensively where that maybe that's I'm not thinking the same way, but if everybody was healthy, I think this is I'm thinking about this game a little differently. I just don't know what Tennessee does defensively against this offense because, you talk about these new wide receivers that Georgia got. I mean, you're starting a true freshman and a redshirt sophomore. I think that's right.
Yes.
Redshirt sophomore and Colton Hood, who, I mean, he's played some football and he looks like a solid player for Tennessee, but he wasn't your 1 and 2 coming into the year.
Right.
And then you're dealing with injuries at the defensive tackle, and Georgia wants to run right down your throat.
And I think that's what made me feel better about ETSU is to see those guys be able to plug holes. That may allow you to wreak some havoc a little bit there. I don't think it's just completely outmatched. And Georgia can't rotate. First off, they're already playing second string guys there on the offensive line. But even looking at the defensive side of the ball, they're not able to hockey sub on you and just never miss a beat this year. That's not – this Georgia roster is still really good. Their starters are phenomenal, but it's not the Georgia defensive front from a year ago, 2 years ago that's just constantly bringing in new bodies that are –
Yeah, there's no Jordan Davis
All-Americans
and Jalen Carter along this. They're still really good players, like you mentioned, but they're not – Tennessee isn't that much worse at the defensive line than Georgia, I don't think, this year from a talent standpoint.
Not if you're fully healthy, no. Right now,
Yeah.
but not if you're fully healthy. I agree with that. One thing I want to note that I think I want to see us get pressure. We just dared Carson Beck to beat us last year because he didn't look great coming into Tennessee, and he absolutely throttled us. I don't want to see us don't dare Gunnar Stockton to beat us. Just make him go beat you at your best. Tennessee, you talk about those wide receivers. The young guys on the outside are going to be asked. I don't want to see it all game. We shouldn't be running Georgia's defense where we just go man up the whole game and allow people to make plays. But there's going to be times where they're isolated on the outside. They have to be for you to get pressure. And they've got to rise to that occasion where you're going to struggle. That allows them. They'll take the 6-7 yard gains, the 3-4 yard gains that eat at the clock and keep your defense on the field. And you've got to find ways to get off the field, and pressure is a big one, which isolates the guys on the outside.
Yeah, I mean, a year ago we talked about it earlier. I mean, we're like, oh, this defensive line is one of the best in the country. They're going to get home against this struggling offensive line. Didn't touch Carson Beck.
We also didn't know they were going to be asked to do it 3 or 4 man rushes.
Yeah,
that's if you get to double team Joshua Josephs last year, James Pierce Jr. Yeah. He's not going to get home if you get to just double team him all game.
Yeah, and then they ate Tennessee up in the middle of the field, and that was an issue as well. So Tennessee has to be better in the middle of the field. That's Arion Carter. That's Jeremiah Thielander. That's Boo Carter. All those guys, and it's pressure as well. Like you got to get pressure. You got to keep him off platform.
Yeah, and I love Arion Carter. He's one of my favorite players of recent history, but and I think he can play well in the pass game. It's not his strength. You shouldn't be asking him to defend Oscar Delp all game. Let the big dog loose and let him get after a quarterback. That's what he's best at. And there's going to be times he has to defend Oscar Delp, but he should have safety help because he can't defend him over top. And you know those moments when you have to drop him into coverage and make him do that. And it should just not be all game.
Yeah.
Jeremiah Thielander, he's going to have to step up in a big way in the pass game. I have zero doubts about his ability in the rush game. I have zero doubts about his ability to get to the quarterback when he's tasked with that. But he's got to be better in the pass game.
Yeah, you talk about Oscar Delp. I mean, another group that has to have a great game is those safeties.
They have to defend over. You're just defend over top.
Well, they got to be better in the middle of the field too.
Yeah.
Like that they were horrible last year in the middle of the field.
Well, that's like as much as he.
And that's where Georgia's going to attack.
Yeah, because you don't have linebackers that are phenomenal. There's not a linebacker that's going to rotate in that's phenomenal in the pass game, and so they're going to challenge them, and those safeties have to help them answer the call.
Yeah. I mean, they spent a lot of money on Zachariah Branch. They need to get him the football. They spent a lot of money on Noah Thomas. They want to get him the football. But to do that, you have a quarterback who's in his first start in Neyland Stadium. I mean, let the crowd eat. How about not give up a 3rd and 10? How about keep the crowd in it? How about get a turnover early or something like that? Make something happen. Do that, whatever blitz that was against Syracuse where Arion Carter faked it and went right back in there and ate Stephen Angeli's lunch. Like,
Yeah,
I want that.
I love that stunt. That was sick.
I just want more of dial it up, Tim Banks. And
dial it up. Don't play safe. Lose this game where when you walk out of the press box, someone has to carry your balls for you.
Yeah.
If you lose this game.
Mm-hmm. And same with the offense.
I want the meme, win or lose. I want the South Park meme of Tim Banks.
Yeah,
the wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
Hopping down the sidewalk.
Like if we get beat on 3rd and 10, it's because we brought too much pressure. I want someone going, he brought too much pressure.
I do feel like we're being sold a lot with like no evidence. I think that's where some of the hype is because it's like Tennessee's looked really solid. Joey's looked really solid. The people that needed to step up due to injury have looked solid. Like, and then on the opposite side, Gunnar Stockton's passing game hasn't been great. Georgia. But I mean, those are both in weird conditions. They're not fully opening the playbook. They're not like their job's to go win that football game. Their job's not to, let everything fly for the first 2 weeks. So I think it's really easy to get carried away. I just think you kind of have to get back in the mindset of like, they have your number dramatically. And it's like Florida. Like there's been 1,000 times where we're like, this is the year we're taking care of Florida in the swamp. It's Florida in the swamp. Now, obviously we're at home. So I do think that I just also worry like you got to keep that for 4 quarters. We can't do this thing where like
You got to keep your crowd in the
Yeah.
game for 4 quarters. I feel
because I
like,
do
too.
think we'll definitely take advantage early, at least in the first quarter. Like Gunner's, if he came out there and just looked fantastic and was not affected by first true road game and then the SEC as well in Neyland game day, like the atmosphere should affect him. I'd be very surprised if it doesn't. You got to keep that through because they'll make adjustments at halftime. And again, it's Georgia, and he's a talented quarterback, and they're like they'll figure it out. So you can't go up 28-10 and be like, there it is.
Yeah.
Because I promise you, we've done that.
Any
1,000 times.
any doubt that maybe any fans have about winning this football game, you go out there on defense and get a 3-and-out stop and make them kick it to Boo Carter. Everybody, all that doubt's out the window. Everybody in that stadium is going to be like, all right, we're winning this football game.
We want the football?
Yeah.
That's the sick part.
Oh, you're punt, I guess.
But
we want the football, right? Like,
Yeah,
we
we
out
go
and
score and then get a 3-and-out. And then,
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's riled up.
That place is there. I mean, the arrest that will happen on that second possession, offensive possession, if that's how it occurs.
obviously, like everybody wants it to be, a third down stop, so Tennessee has to get the ball back. But the pre-excitement, the fact that hopefully Boo Carter is going to be returning to punt and do something stupid with it's like going to get you double juiced up, and you're like, all right, well, we also get to go out on offense, but we might not. He might actually just run this thing the entire way back.
And he should have returned one last year against Georgia, but somebody doesn't block a kicker.
You got to make a kicker miss. Don't bail him out.
You
got to make a kicker miss.
But he made
They
two
blocked
people
the other
stupid.
10 guys. They blocked the other 10 guys.
Yeah, block. I mean, just throw a shoulder, man. Good God, the guy's juking everybody else out.
Yeah.
This offense, we're talking about the defense, and it is a big game for Tim Banks to dial it up, like we talked about. I mean, the offense has to do the same thing.
Yes, I agree, and it's gonna. Last year, Dylan Sampson was able to effectively run the ball for a half and some change. I think you could expect that potentially out of this group and Star Thomas, Peyton Lewis, and then your starter, Knoxville's own Deshaun Bishop, if the passing game can alleviate some of that pressure. And your offensive line has to. I think that's where Tennessee's failed the most in the passing game in Georgia since Josh Heupel's been here, is the offensive line struggling to protect the quarterback, give the quarterback time. I'm not saying this offensive line is going to go out and dominate. This offensive line is going to be fantastic, but this is by far the most confident I felt about an offensive line going into a Georgia game in the Josh Heupel era.
And they got absolutely dominated last year.
Yeah.
They gave up 5 sacks.
Which some of that I think quarterback related.
Yeah.
He's got to be smarter, and that's on Joey Aguilar. We get to see a first true test in Joey Aguilar. We get to find out if he's going to be prepared for SEC games. Now, that doesn't mean week in, week out, because this is a new guy that we're testing. Yeah. But find out if he can play in the SEC. If you go play against Georgia and play well, my confidence it goes up a lot more for him.
We also didn't get a finger on Carson Beck last year.
No.
And this year that will
it better.
Certainly change.
It has to.
Yeah. It will change.
You won't win if it doesn't change.
Guarantee it. There's too much talent right there on that line to – even if the O-line for Georgia looks really solid, at some point, someone will get back there.
Should we go on a little break? Break.
I feel like I interrupted you. I don't want to let you finish.
No, you're good.
Okay.
You're good. Let's
go
on break, and then let's get some offense. I got a lot to talk about this offense.
Oh, gosh. Okay. Yeah. We might be here all night.
Yeah.
Sorry for the late start, but we did just get right into Georgia. We'll have more of that on the other side of the break. Hang with us. It's More Important Issues on Fan Run Radio.
All year long is the place to be, to hear some balls for life talking Tennessee. Hate us if you want, but we sure ain't worried about you. We got more important issues.
Welcome back into the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. It's more important issues here on Fan Run Radio. It's a big week of college football. Obviously, a big week for Tennessee. It's going to be a good fun, clean football we expect this week all around college athletics. If you want to get in on the action, Landon, where can the good folks do that at?
Guys, go over there to VIP Play and get signed up. Bet just $5, get $100 in bonus bet with promo code MORETN. Again, MORETN, go to VIP Play, bet $5, get $100 in bonus bets. And right now, the squad over here at More Important Issues has the big sweat parlay of the week. It is Auburn minus 25 and Oregon minus 27.5.
That is a big sweat.
Big sweat.
Big sweat.
We like points this week. We're manifesting for the Tennessee game. We want so many points.
We always want points.
Yeah.
Have I told you about my NFL bet? I don't think it would have hit. I had like a 4-team parlay, I think, and all of them hit except for an under in the Minnesota game, I think, on Monday night. I was like,
too short.
I'm cashing out. I don't want to bet. I don't want to cheer on the under.
Yeah, I feel that.
Want some money? Cash out.
Did the
I think the over ended up hitting anyways. Okay. So it was a good choice as well.
Great choice.
But regardless, I just don't want to root for the under. I like points.
Yeah. You can get that parlay at plus 265. Auburn, I think, takes on South Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
And then Oregon takes on who do they? Northwestern?
Yes, correct.
Yep. So go check that out. VIP Play. Get treated like a VIP Play. Also, real quick, I got to read this to you. Gambling problem. Call 1-800-889-9789. You must be 21 and over and located in Tennessee to bet.
We obviously have to remind the people that we are 1-0. So let's try to be 2-0.
Let's be 2-0.
We can't be batting 500.
Yeah.
So.
And we all bet on this. So we are putting our own
with
money up.
We win together, we lose together.
Exactly.
Most importantly, we win together.
Exactly. Wins only this weekend.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, did you see the Hugh Freeze pregame speech?
I did not. No, I saw something about it, but I have not watched it.
You need to watch it because it's so Southern Baptist of him. He just sounds like an evangelical, a guy that your church would bring in that you collect the love offering after for.
Yeah, he sweats a lot.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's a good one. I won't lie. I'm not a Hugh Freeze guy. You know me, but it's a good one. But I just think he might have missed his calling.
Okay. Hugh Freeze pregame speech or Steve Sarkisian postgame speech pick? Go.
Is it the one about Manning shit in his pants?
Poop face. Yep.
I'm going to take Joel Osteen's twin. I'm taking Hugh Freeze. Yeah, it's a good one. You need to check it out.
All right.
Well, and then let's go Tennessee related before we get into this Georgia game. As a special teams guy for the brand, don't forget Pat McAfee challenge is still out there for the kick. My favorite thing about the Georgia Tennessee week is the Trevor, blank on his name, punter. It always comes up where it went out at the Trevor Daniel, the punt that goes out at the half-yard line, really like the 1-inch line, like it hits the pylon. I think it was a bad spot, by the way. I think it should have been closer to the end zone. That's all. That's my favorite thing is that we get a punter highlight going into the Georgia week.
That is sick. And we're going to get punt return highlights after Georgia week.
And there was a block punt against Georgia as well.
2013,
right?
yeah. There's also one in 2007, the Sports Illustrated cover. 2006.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot of special team stuff just happening during Georgia week.
Could it be?
You've already called it. You've already called the shot. Didn't you say that?
Special teams are going to make or break?
I thought you said maybe it was someone else. Maybe when I tried to jinx Max Gilbert, someone was like, well, because they said he'll miss an extra point this week, and someone said the last kicker that did that and had a game winner, he hit it. So,
Landon, you might have seen a light bulb go off in my head.
Yeah.
I'm going to go make the kick. Someone needs to plant me on Pat McAfee. Pause. But get me out there on the college game day.
I think you can do that yourself.
Yeah, I'm not doing that though. Can I call him out? And maybe we just try to get.
That's what I've been trying to do. Why are you trying to steal my thunder?
Well, hey,
one of us has to make it.
I promise you have a way higher percentage of making it than I do.
I said I would do it barefoot.
And pregnant.
It's gonna be dry, right? It's no rain, like within 48 hours.
Yeah,
I have no meaning to tear my ACL. I'm not doing it. Not to be embarrassed in public. Well, on live TV. I'll embarrass myself on here.
It would be funny if somebody did it and broke a toe doing it.
Barefoot?
Yeah.
You'd have to toe it barefoot, which would be insane.
Yeah.
I'm seeing some pretty bad kicks on there.
Dude, does that not hurt the top of your foot?
Barefoot?
Yeah.
I've punted barefoot a lot.
No.
That seems crazy.
Yeah, but watching it go through probably just takes it right away.
Probably does.
It's like pure. It's
I don't
like a
know.
stinger
I guess
off
I have
the,
like top of my feet are pretty sensitive. I don't think I could do it.
soft feet.
Playing soccer my
Sissy
whole
feet.
life. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
You like Adam Sandler? What's that? Mr. Deeds, where he has no feeling.
Yeah, he just Boy Scout
Yeah.
fell in a lake. I don't know. Yeah.
Speaking of feeling, do we have a good feeling about this offense?
Yo.
Yes and no, because I've seen when they've performed well in this game, they stall out.
Mm-hmm.
I think they need to find a way to, and I think this gets into, I said Tim Banks has to just call the game of his life to win it. Not the game of his life to win it, but we need to see him be more aggressive in this game than he has been in the prior years. I think the same goes for Joey Halsley and Josh Heupel. They have to be more aggressive in this game in their play calling. They've got to open it up. They've got to be more creative. They have to be willing to take shots. Even they have number one, they have to take them when they're available, but they even have to be willing to take shots in this game. I think when they don't necessarily want to. When you talked about tendencies, the whole reason you have tendencies is to go away from them, and so I think you have to know when those are and take the shots, even when you don't necessarily want to.
Yeah, you need to hit on some of those big plays. Like Tennessee, I think the longest pass Tennessee had last year was 17 yards. You need to hit on a big play. I mean, when's the last time Tennessee had a big play against Georgia?
It was a run. It was a run. It was Jalen Wright's
passing.
What about pass
I have
play?
No idea.
Pass play. Brian Maurer when he got absolutely when he got CTE, when we saw him fall prey to CTE.
Yeah.
That was probably the last big pass Tennessee's had against Georgia.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, just not a lot has happened, and they've kind of dared Tennessee to just throw it.
Yeah.
They're going to play press man, and your wide receivers have to be better than those DBs. And Tennessee hasn't had the wide receivers to do it.
They've had the wide receivers they've had the guys that you think they can, they can't match the physicality. And then a guy that had the talent and the physicality, and Cedric Tillman, he just had no business playing in that game. He was nowhere near 100% in 2022. He shouldn't have been out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's a Mike Matthews game.
I think this is a huge game for these wide receivers.
Mike Matthews kind of boggles my mind that he's so physical in the run game. Dude loves run blocking. He gets down and dirty, but he struggles to get off the line when he's pressed. I want to say that those two things don't add up, right? Like you're usually physical and love the run block, or not physical and you can't get off and you don't like run blocking. You don't do it well. So I feel like this is a game where he's got to just dog up, if you will.
Yeah.
And be physical in both aspects. Because if he can get by a guy, that dude's fast. He's going to get open if he can release.
Yeah, I mean, I like these wide receivers so much better than last year against press man, because they're more talented, they're quicker, they're more athletic. I mean, I really like Braylon Staley. I know he's not going to get a ton of press man playing in the slot, but they're going to be physical with him. But he's a guy that, like, if you're getting too physical and you end up on your heels, like, he's a guy that can run right by you, and it's going to turn into 6. So if Tennessee gets some of those opportunities where they blow coverage, I mean, they did it Austin Peay dialed up some plays and got people open. Now, they weren't able to hit on a ton of them, but Tennessee needs to hit on those big plays if given the opportunity.
Yeah, and I think, too, what will help the pass game is, and I think you have a tight end group, not just one, not just a Miles Kitselman. You have a tight end group that can potentially help alleviate – because the fact of the matter is you're not going to just free yourself on every play and press man as a wide receiver. It's not possible. But I think you have a tight end group that can alleviate some of that on the plays they don't. And you mentioned Braylon Staley, another guy that's really talented who's not going to see a ton of that. That's another guy you can use as a safety valve against this press man team. That I think those guys, this wide receiver group, or this tight end group, excuse me, this is a game that they should be really wanting the football because you should find yourself in space plenty of times.
Yeah.
I do think the receiver group has the chance to do it. They just have to do it early because, again, like Georgia's whole – I mean, I don't know if they will, but their mindset is like you said, man, they're going to do press man, and they're going to say, like, they're going to basically make you show that we don't have to. Like, you need to go make them – show them early that they can't just do that. Like, they have to be able to dedicate some extra coverage because if they're able to just throw somebody on Mike Matthews one-on-one press man and say, like, I dare you to make a play out of it. Until then, we're going to dedicate these guys to the box or – somewhere else in coverage just to make it more of a nightmare in the middle of the field or something. So you dominate that early and you actually, force Georgia to push some guys towards the, wider setups and everything and extra coverage. But you have to do it early. You can't wait until the second half. It's
such a disrespect for a team, that's going into the game saying we're going to press man because we don't think you can run right by us.
Yeah. It's also to be like, yeah, we'll put 7 in the box and make you run against it.
Yeah.
If number one, don't let them beat you when they have a light box, but make them get into light box plays.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's why I think the run game has to be efficient out of the gate. Go ahead and establish that, and then kind of make them bring more, and then that's when you can hit on pass plays.
But I think it's just such a balance because then they'll just be able to if your pass game isn't like I think you have to make them. You have to make them go back and forth. You can't let them just play one way.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
So I think it's got to be.
But you can play off so much off the run game, like the play action.
Yeah.
And Tennessee's done so many things with the screens and, the one screen against Syracuse where Deshaun Bishop is like lined up in the backfield. He goes out like he's going to go into the flat and cuts right back in behind the offensive lineman. I mean, that's a beautiful screenplay for a team like Georgia who's going to come after you because, I mean, they got home 5 times last season.
Yeah.
They're going to do the exact same thing with a quarterback who hasn't played a ton in this league. This is his first SEC game. I mean, they're going to go after him. And they're going to do that. They're going to play press man on the outside with a couple corners that are good, but they're not Keely Ringo and guys like that. This isn't the same – I don't want to say it's not the same Georgia team, but they're not like you're not going all the way down their defensive depth chart and be like first rounder.
I don't think this is a Georgia team that you go, we have to play our best. They have to play their worst, which has been their last few years.
Yeah, you don't have to play perfect to beat this Georgia.
I think you have to do a lot of things right to win this game. And you have to just flat out beat them in some areas. But I also don't think they just have to come out and play poorly for you to have a chance in this game.
Yeah. Offensive line, I mean,
they've got to live up to it. They've got to play. But, I mean, this offensive line has just looked very confident, very comfortable, and they've done their job the previous 2 weeks. I think it just looks like a good group. I'm very impressed. I said this, I think, on the Chase Thomas podcast this week. Sam Pendleton is almost – we'll see this week. This will be the first true test for him, but he's almost allowed you to forget how critical Cooper Mays was to the productivity of this offense.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's huge for this offensive line to kind of answer that bell where, I mean, there's Lance Hurd was here last year. I mean, that's Jesse Perry was on the roster, but he wasn't playing. But, I mean, that's got to be a point of emphasis. Be like, guys, we are not scared of Georgia anymore. Let's go win the line of scrimmage for the first time in 8 years.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just started thinking about like 7 different things. I think your ability to win the line of scrimmage on both sides, at least more than half the game, heavily dictates what you can do in this. I think against this Georgia team, I think they're talented enough. We always, it's kind of the old mantra, similar to like, it's not about the X's and O's, it's about the Jimmies and Joes. I don't think the trenches just flat out win you this game. I think you have to do things better beyond the trenches. I think it's the same case for Georgia, but it certainly starts there. Who ultimately wins that battle? If you can win at 51-49, you're in a lot better spot. And so you have to be effective there. I think Tennessee also has to be 2 things offensively that are kind of vague, but I think are critical, are capitalizing when you're able to get the ball into Georgia territory. It is incredibly critical. I also think I think there's just turnovers out there. 1, 2, I don't know, but I think there are turnovers. I think there's mistakes that you can make, whether it be a bad snap, bad handoff, or Georgia creates them. I think you just have to really try to manage those. They can't happen in your own territory. Don't give them a short field, because if you give them a short field, they're going to eat clock and get points.
Yeah.
And so Joey has to be smarter. You know that ball's if you try to make a play on Georgia's 20, I'm not going to be happy about it. We can talk, because you don't want to give up points. You can't try to make a play on your own 5-yard line. You got to fall on that ball, live to fight another down.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Joey's just got to be an efficient football player. I think we've kind of talked about John Mateer being a good football player, not necessarily just a great quarterback. I think Joey Aguilar just needs to make some football plays in this game with his legs. You know, the Syracuse game sticks out. He's about to get sacked, and he finds a running back in the flat and gets it out right before his knee goes down. Stuff like that we just didn't have last year. And I think he's a quality runner. He didn't run at all against ETSU because
he didn't have to.
Yeah. Why would you? But I think that's something that Georgia that could bring a different dynamic to this offense, is him being willing to tuck it and run and escaping the pocket if pressure comes.
Yeah, and I like his ability to also keep his eyes and shoulders downfield. That's how you get that Star Thomas touchdown. I like that, and we kind of knew we were getting that within him based on his tape and his stop at App State. But I think he's got to be willing to tuck it and run. He's got to be willing to do both. I think that's what will make him the most effective for Tennessee. Know when to put your head down and just go and gain yards. And I don't think Georgia's going to switch it up a lot in how they've approached this Tennessee offense. I think they're going to bring blitzes and numbers. And so if you do find yourself outside of the pocket, just know there's probably going to be space in front of you, even if it's for a short gain.
Yeah.
That play against Syracuse, finding Ketzelman in the back of the end zone too, you could tell he almost took off up the gut with it and just kind of.
I didn't get to watch that.
Yeah, that's right. Due to the switch over, I'll get you crashing out again. But yeah, like he just looks so much more like his reads look better. They look faster. It looks like even when a read is done, he's able to scan like till the very last second. And even when he's never fully committed, like I feel like with Nico, it's like he committed to running and like that was it. Like he was he wasn't going to find the hole. Like he was like, that's where I'm running and I'm going to go that way. I'm not even going to look for a new gap. Like he did it aggressively, which everyone loved, right? Like he's going to lower his helmet and he's going to fight you for it. But Joey just seems so much more composed and takes that extra half a second to be like, hold on. I love that hole. I'll take it, but just broke this coverage over here. I'm going to throw it for 20 yards in the back of the end zone.
Pause.
Love it. Pause where?
Something that Tennessee hasn't done against Georgia, and since Josh Heupel's been here, is pass for over 200 yards. Haven't done that. And score in the 20s.
Dang.
That stuff has to be done on Saturday.
Yeah, and that's I think you have to score 30 points.
I was like, can you win the game? Can you win the game without doing both of those? I mean,
no. I think you have to score at least. I think you have to score at least
the
30
scoring. I think
to win.
Unless the running 300 yards rushing, then unless you have 190 passing. I mean, which I don't think will be the case. I'd probably lean. running yards or passing yards more favor this week?
I mean, Tennessee hasn't done really either. But last year they did well running the football. It doesn't look that way because of Nico getting sacked 5 times. So that yardage kind of goes against Tennessee. But Dylan Sampson did have over 100 yards.
Yeah, I think the majority of that coming in the first half. I think Tennessee has to, obviously, yes, they have to account for yardages. But I think with we know we want to go back to that pace of 2022. So I think it's more so explosive plays, which will add up, obviously. But I think you have to hit on explosive plays and take advantage of them. And just because I think this defense will struggle in areas, again, I don't think we've seen much of the offense. We're so thin, and they're going to try to sustain drives. And that is a nightmare for big plays, in my opinion. I think Tennessee has to score 30 points in this game. And I don't know if it's possible against this defense because they haven't gotten close yet.
Yeah. Got to do it. I mean, this is a game where, like, you want to be up there with the elite teams in college football. This is a game that gets you in that conversation.
Yeah.
This is a game where Georgia's been the thorn in Josh Heupel's side since he's been here. I mean, he had to spend all off season dialing up stuff.
I want to continue. I want to keep having the conversation. Can Tennessee win away from home? Go win at home and let everyone criticize you for that.
Yeah.
That's fine with me to have that conversation this year. Mm-hmm. Do it.
Yeah. Win all the games you can at home.
Is this the most
win all the games at home?
Not winnable, but game you feel like Tennessee has the best chance to win against Georgia since when?
2016.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I can't.
2022, like
confidence.
2022, that team was that Georgia team. It pissed me off so much when they ranked us number 1. It was so obvious who the better team was to everyone in the country. That ranking, in my opinion, nullified any goodwill that the college football playoff committee, you thought maybe they know what they're doing. When the moment they ranked that Tennessee team above that Georgia team, you're like, yeah, they're idiots. All of them. I
mean, how much did Kirby Smart love?
I think he paid them. I think
he had to.
Yeah, they allowed them themselves to be infiltrated by greed and money. And I think everyone on that committee should be fired. If you were on that committee, you should never be allowed to be on the committee again.
Yep.
That happened under your watch. That it was just clear who the better team was. I thought Tennessee had a chance in it, don't get me wrong. But because that offense is just high powered, but
the defense was terrible.
Right. It was clear who the better team was. There was zero doubt. So I think this is the best chance in 16. Yeah. I think this chance is better than 2022 for a host of reasons. I could feel differently about it. Like that's another thing. This game was later in the year. This was week 7 that year? Is it the first ranking?
In 22 or 16?
22.
Yeah, probably.
2016, it was probably about a month later than this. It was right before we went to A&M.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of when that was.
This 2016 game? It was in October, probably the first or second. It would have had to be the first week of October. Yeah. Then we played A&M second week.
And then Bama.
Bama the third. And got waxed. Alvin Kamara didn't play in that game.
Yeah, he did everything against A&M, and we still blew that one. Ugh. Hey, go win. Who's your X factor? Saturday. I'll start.
Yeah, start.
I'm gonna go Boo Carter.
Okay, I like that because he has the ability to really impact both facets of the defense and special teams, obviously.
Yeah, he plays in the middle of the field. I mean, he's probably going to get a high dose of Oscar Delp and Zachariah Branch. I think that's going to be huge for Tennessee to be successful, is to defend the middle of the field. And then, if Georgia punts it to him, I hope he makes them pay.
Right. Well, and I think he's got to be – I think they have to free him up for some blitzes. 1-2,
Yeah.
and he's got to take advantage of those few opportunities he'll get.
Yeah, he's really good at
backfield.
blitzing, and I know he missed
But-
that sack against Syracuse, but he's really good at blitzing.
Yeah, I just don't think you can do it a lot this game. And maybe Tim Banks, like I said, he's
dial it up, baby.
Maybe he's like 8 times for sending Boo. But I don't think he'll get a lot of chances, so he has to take advantage of that.
Boo becomes an edge rusher in this game.
I like it.
Yeah, I just think he can flip a game on its head in one play. So I'm going to go with Boo Carter for my X Factor.
I really like that. I don't even know how to contend with that other than maybe saying going to an edge rusher like Joshua Josephs and saying, listen, we weren't able to get home last year and that killed us. You got to put pressure on him. You got to get hands on the quarterback. If you leave this game with 0 sacks, but 3-4 hurries, a few knockdowns, that's fine. But you have to get hands in his face. You've got to get pressure to him.
Mm-hmm.
So just to give us a different name, I'm going to go Joshua Josephs.
Okay.
But I like Boo Carter. I think that's the answer.
I would agree with both of those. I definitely think Joshua Josephs. But I think there's also a lot of room for people to make up on the edge. I think Colton Hood has to. Someone's got to. He's looked really good, and I think to fill the vacancies back there, if he goes and looks sloppy, it's going to show. Like we'll be sitting here Sunday talking about the defensive backfield just not. Like Georgia took advantage of it, especially which would look really bad because we're sitting here saying Gunnar Stockton can't throw it deep. He hasn't been able to show that he's.
I didn't say that.
Well, not we. Sorry, the legacy media.
Sure,
but so I think if he plays well, he's got to stay playing hot.
Yeah, I think another one. This is a big matchup for Mike Matthews, being from the state of Georgia, picked Tennessee over Georgia. I think this could be a really kind of. I don't want to say legacy game because it's like his third game starting, but I mean it could be one. It could be one that puts him on the map that you're like, all right, this dude's for real.
There's a lot of talk that he's going to be essentially zeroed out by man up pressure. I think it's a big game for him.
Yeah,
there's a lot of people. Listen, a lot of people down here are starting to murmur. They're saying you can't get off press man coverage, Mike Matthews. Saying you don't have the balls to do it. Yeah, no, I think it's a big game. I think his physicality has the ability to do it. It's just can he go do it?
Yeah.
Also, that was another guy's not a direct quote. I changed it up a little bit. That's the people are starting to murmur, saying you don't have the balls to jump. I think it's Deshaun Bishop. You talk about the running game getting going. Joey talked about the legacy media. They all love the story that maybe they were saving him for the Georgia game. That's why he didn't touch the ball much. I think that was partially that, and I think it was partially you drop 2 footballs and you're gonna get to watch from the sidelines a little bit. Josh Heupel's proven that time and time again. So I think it's a little bit of both, but I think this is a big game for him to. You talk about how this running game has to get going early. I'm not saying rip off a 75-yard touchdown like Jalen Wright, but that'd be pretty cool if you did that. Get going early. Just a kid from Knoxville. Go out. I think you need Star Thomas is a huge factor because he's going to affect the passing game and the running game more. Deshaun's going to be your number one guy. I think he's got to go out and be effective from the first jump.
Yeah, he only got 3 carries on Saturday, so he's got some tread on the tires. He's ready to go, baby.
They were saying they were saving him for Georgia.
You feel comfortable assuming pretty much on Sunday we'll be sitting here going, they went to Deshaun Bishop, Star Thomas, Peyton Lewis for most important.
Got to.
I think Star Thomas will probably end up getting the most touches in this game.
I would agree.
Because he's going to be a factor in the passing game. Yeah. I love that. Love the backs. I think that's when in doubt, lean on those horses in the stable.
Hey, you said legacy for Peyton Lewis, man. The way he runs the football, this is a game for when he gets in. If he can see the hole and hit it, he's going to hit it hard. So if he can, he struggled seeing where he needs to go. If he can see where he needs to go, eat up some yardage. I mean, you could potentially be going in next week and being like, is Peyton the second guy? Because he's physical, man. He is going to hit people.
Put him at fullback.
Why not? He loves it. I mean, he's a guy you're like, hey, why don't you try to make that guy miss and use that track speed and go? But he also loves lowering the head, shoulder pads, running through somebody's chest.
Yeah. Excited about it. What about we see David Sanders?
I think questionable right now, correct?
Yeah.
I don't know. He doesn't start. Regardless, he doesn't start.
Yeah.
We talked about that. I don't think you want him to start.
No.
I think if he doesn't play in this game though, it's kind of weird.
Okay.
I don't know anything.
Josh Heupel cover up.
I'm just saying it's weird if we don't see him at all in this one.
Like past injury weird?
Kinda.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
I like it. I hate it. Just saying. I like
just play him.
I like your brain.
Play him.
Just play him one snap so Landon doesn't have to wonder on Sunday.
Yeah, I'm
what's
just
going on.
The whole injury thing is just annoying. It's like Ricky Gibson extended period of time. Yeah, that probably means he's done for the year.
Yeah.
I mean, let's just get a legit timeline. We're going to figure it out anyway.
See, that gives me hope. I mean, they've been pretty they've been fairly straightforward about like Jermon McCoy.
Yeah.
So I mean, I feel like there is.
Well, it was Georgia, and now it's
that. What never like that was people reporting.
Yeah.
But like
Sure.
by the time we were like halfway through fall camp, we had kind of settled on he's not going to be ready for Georgia.
No,
based on everything we're hearing.
And with his injury, like we saw the whole timeline of like, oh, we know that it's probably going to take this long. It's guesstimate to Georgia, and then you're like, it's starting to look shaky. It's not.
Yeah.
There's not. I mean, it's kind of been an open book on that one.
Sure.
I agree. I don't like the obscure timelines. I would like something more concrete.
Yeah, extended period of time.
Yeah.
That's
but Ricky Gibson, because they're saying that, I have more hope. Jermod, I'm worried about just being a bona fide first-round draft pick. There's a chance we never see him.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see.
Big week for special teams. Press the kicking game for here where the breaks are made. This is a game that special teams might just win it for you.
Boo Carter.
Onside kick. First opportunity you get.
Onside kick.
Rip it.
I'm in.
Who'd we onside kick a few years ago? Kent was it? No, it wasn't Kent State. Was it Kent State last year?
I don't remember. Indiana.
I think you're right.
It was a random team.
I think it was totally unwarranted.
Yeah.
And maybe unauthorized.
Potentially.
I feel like I remember kind of there being some issues on the sideline.
Well, potentially unauthorized, but also you tell your guy if he's lined up here.
Right.
So I think that was a confusion of like, hey, we said that, but not necessarily
in these games.
48 to 11.
Yeah. Oh man. What's your give me your well, let's just do this. Let's get score predictions. Let's get them out of the way.
Yeah.
What is it?
I'm gonna go. How are we picking this? Are we doing are we?
I'm giving you my honest opinion.
Okay.
No
orange
goggles.
Landon. This is we report honesty here. That's it.
Okay.
That's all we have.
Okay. I think it is going to be a close game. I'm a history repeats itself kind of thing. I got to see it to believe it. I need Josh Heupel and Tim Banks to dial it up. And to this point, Georgia's had their number. Hopefully it changes on Saturday, but I'll go 27-24 Georgia.
I've got 31-27 Georgia. I think Tennessee just
and they don't cover.
Can't quite get it done. I saw it at 4.5 before we got on here.
Okay. There you go.
So they do actually.
Cool.
Y'all disgust me. 31-24 Vols.
Woo!
Give me some slick.
Somebody has to do it. Come on.
I mean, we'll be all in on Saturday, but
yeah, don't hinge anything on that prediction I just made. There's zero contextual background on that. Like I said, no orange goggles. That's just my truth and honest opinion.
Unbiased opinions only.
I'm naturally hardwired to be biased. I'm sorry.
I like it. All right. We're going to go to a short break. We'll be back. College football. I'm just hope both teams have fun. Maybe. We'll see. Stick with us. We will be back talking more football, just what you need on this Thursday night to get you through. It's more important issues on Fan Run Radio. Welcome back into the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. It's More Important Issues on Fan Run Radio. We mentioned it earlier. Joey, I really like your hat.
Oh, why? Thank you. Why don't you tell the good folks where it's from?
Guys, go check out our good friends at Hovey Dry Goods. HoveyDryGoods.com. Use promo code MORE. More.
How do you spell that?
MORE.
MORE. Just like you see on the hat.
It looks so good. We're giving one
It
away.
really does look good.
You do have to buy that hat from us, but you can buy other great Hovey Dry Goods
Yes.
at HoveyDryGoods.com.
At HoveyDryGoods.com. Use promo code MORE for 15% off that first purchase. Again, 15% off that first purchase with promo code MORE. And go, I think repost is what we said. Repost it on X, and you will get a chance at getting one of those MORE script hats.
I love it.
What's not to like? Do it.
You know what? Whoever buys the next one, I'll buy the second one. Buy one, get one free on me.
Oh.
I'm keeping the other one, though. No, I'm kidding. I'll honor that. Honestly, yeah, I'll honor it.
Okay.
Why not?
I saw Tony Vitello rocking the Hovey Dry Goods hats on Saturday. Yeah. They have the new Tennessee football helmet.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that one looks great.
Yep. So go scoop that up right now. Hovey Dry Goods. All right, got a question for you guys before. I know we're getting away from Georgia, but I got one more question.
Shoot.
Is this the biggest game of Josh Heupel's tenure?
Big, but all right.
If he wins, is it yes?
I just
It's his biggest game, but it's not as big as win. That's the issue.
I just don't, in this college football playoff era, I don't think we can say that.
Okay.
Because you can lose this game and still make the playoff.
Sure.
And then there's bigger games ahead.
Would this be his best win, I guess?
No. Yeah.
I think so. Because what would you say before this?
It would be Alabama.
Yeah, it's 22 Alabama.
Well, I mean, 24 last year was pretty impressive just with the team you had and the way you
But
managed
we're
that
saying
game.
Most impressive versus biggest, I think, this would be
Okay,
the
I
most
see what you're saying.
impressive.
I think this would be your biggest win because I think
most impressive and biggest because we just don't know what neither team really knows what they have, but we don't exactly know either yet.
I read this question, I thought, yes, I think it is the biggest. If you win, if you don't win, I guess Georgia just happened again. But I think the way Georgia has dominated the SEC since Josh Heupel's been at Tennessee, basically, I think this would be his biggest win. So I think this would be the biggest game in his tenure.
Do you think getting over the Georgia hump wasn't as now? I know it's a little bit different, but something about that 22 Bama hump just felt so much more.
I think that was more of a fan base than a Josh Heupel thing.
Okay, so I see what you're saying. Josh Heupel's biggest win versus
the programs
under Josh Heupel.
Yeah,
biggest statement win. Yeah, I think. But again, that statement of hey Bama, hey Nick Saban. With that, now that game excluded, this one I can't. 24 doesn't count. It's not really. I mean, it's close, I guess, but this one's definitely 2 if it's not 1.
Yeah, because when you beat Alabama in 2022, they were still well, can you do it against Georgia?
Which is fair. And recency bias, I think, plays into it because Georgia has been whooping butt in the SEC for so long, or at least so hard, for a shorter period of time. But Bama's been. I don't know. That hump just felt like a bigger statement for Josh Heupel in the moment. Looking 10 years back, who knows? But
yeah,
I know what you're saying.
I think it's so early in the season because I think it'll just depend on how the season.
That's true.
How it impacts the season.
You win and go 9-3. It's probably gets swept under the rug.
I think it would be a bigger win than Alabama because Alabama you just boat raced them in 22. That's why I think the 24 win is probably more impressive than the 22 win. You had to really buckle down. I think this win you're playing one that challenges your style of play.
Yeah.
And how you approach the game. And so I think that could make it his biggest win. But then if you go win in the swamp this year, take care of business. Now that Florida team looks really bad, so it may not matter, but who knows how they look at that point. I mean,
Right.
you never know. I doubt it, but you never know.
If Josh Heupel goes and wins in the Swamp, that's the biggest win of his career.
If Alex Golesh may have
He might be the head coach by then.
He may have inspired Florida to turn it around, and we got the pleasure of playing.
That's a hell of an interview. Is beating them on their home field.
I hope he doesn't take. I will hate him.
Yeah,
so much if he has to take the Florida job.
I will no longer, after he beats somebody, put that video of him just saying we're whooping that ass.
I'll never call him a motorboating son of a never again. But yeah, that's a tough question. I think it probably would be so far if he goes and win this game. But I think it's tough to call it pregame his biggest game.
Yeah.
I still think like when
I don't think there's a right or wrong answer.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I just that morning before, it's like you're sitting there going, if Josh Heupel can make this statement win this, and this. In this one, it's like if Josh Heupel can beat Georgia and get over that hump, it's great for the Vols right now.
I feel like we
but I
say
don't know
this
that it's
every single year. Like we're
Yeah.
like, could this be his biggest win?
yeah.
Yes.
Interesting. Yes. All right.
You know what his biggest win is, Landon? The next one.
Yep.
Go get it.
So after Saturday, UAB, you're up.
Well, let's just start putting hot seat alert on all of his games.
Why don't we
If he
just
doesn't win this one?
Why don't we just look past Georgia? Let's just be ready for UAB.
I like that. We've been prepping all week for UAB. This this one will come out in the wash.
Yeah.
You don't need to win this one to get into the playoffs, so who cares?
That's true. That's a great way to look at it.
That's my mentality going into this game.
Don't waste your mindset on it. This isn't do or die yet. It's not win or go home.
I mean, in September.
You get 2 freebies.
No one ever says they remember what you do in September. No one. That's not a thing. They remember what you do in November. They remember what you do in October. September's never been uttered. Have you said it?
Never forget. Never forget. That's all I'm saying. Just
I do think it's going to be so interesting how, like, what is we've talked about the media and like how they're just giving Kirby Smart what he wants and saying like Gunnar Stockton, I just don't think he's the real deal, and this team doesn't look like the same Georgia team, and this and that. I mean, it's Kirby Smart. I mean, him convincing that team who went like undefeated that they were going to go, that people thought they were going to go 8-4. I'm like, who
said it?
Who the hell said that? Where is this fictitious person?
I don't think there's a single planet that Georgia could beat Tennessee and Neyland on this Saturday ever.
on this Saturday?
Yeah.
The score prediction was just 34-31 or whatever.
Yeah. I want you to clip this. I don't want Kirby playing
I see what
on the
you're saying.
bus or something. They're going to go 8-4. Georgia, the University of Georgia is going to go 8-4 this
That
year.
fan base would lose its mind.
I would love to be in a montage of just clips that they watched during.
That fan base is crazy, but it's nowhere near as fickle as Alabama's. They're a different kind.
Well, a lot of Alabama's fan base doesn't have social media, so we don't
about to
have
say,
to really deal with them. Georgia fans, they just they're so sensitive.
Oh, yeah.
And
well, our fan base has sucked this week.
Yeah.
But next week,
If we win,
Biggest game.
If we win, this
Biggest
fan
game.
base is going to be a tough, which I love. I love when this fan base is tough. We victory lap too soon. That's all I'll say.
yeah. All right. That's all I got for Georgia. Anything else before we move on?
8-4 Georgia. Mark it. One loss to Tennessee.
I mean, Georgia might go undefeated. I'll just reverse it. I'll reverse what Caleb's doing. They're going to go undefeated.
well, you're not gonna get a
good.
montage in Georgia's locker room.
Kirby
like I
Smart,
am.
you're so good, man. You're so good.
When we storm the field on Saturday, they're gonna know exactly who to like. I'm gonna get attacked by a Georgia player because they're so used to seeing my face saying they're going 8-4.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get.
don't advocate for rushing the field, by the way, please.
Here's the problem. You know it's going to happen.
I don't know. I think most of the students that are there realize that in 24 against Bama it shouldn't have happened.
I don't think it'll start in the student section. I think it'll be people.
It's going to be the recruits again, or the old geezers up in the VIP seats.
Possibly recruits, but I think it'll just be people who they weren't there for 24 or they weren't there for 22. But they also weren't there for 24. That'll be the excuse.
It only takes maybe 100 people to do it.
It's been 10 years since we won in Neyland. I think it'll happen again if we win. And I don't support it.
Yeah, I'm not going to go down there this time. Unless
either get ahead of it.
Going to be butt naked on the 50.
Yeah.
Either get ahead of it and denounce it now or just fully lean into it. Because I'll do it. I'll run into the stadium.
I'm taking a shovel this time. I'm taking half of the
turf.
No, the field looks great right now. The field looks fantastic.
Yeah, it's going to be really good when I take a whole checkerboard home with me after.
Maybe that's the thing. Is we need to take it now. It looks so good. You're right.
It isn't that's a good time to. No one's. Yeah. When was the last time we rushed in September?
I mean,
it's the primest the grass. I mean, you're the best.
That's
condition
true.
you're
That's a
get
good
there.
point.
I mean, I don't want it to happen, but I think there are people in our fan base who just don't fully get it.
Yeah, it's a great photo op if you get on the field.
Danny White just needs to do like an April fan day where he's like, "Listen, we'll let you all on the field now. Bring a cigar if you want."
I think you just bring Max Gilbert in and let him just kick a practice kick and then just let everybody go and he can run in the tunnel. And that way you at least get to have a
I think you like line up footballs and Max Gilbert just kicks them at people as they run onto the field.
I like that.
Just right into the crowd. College football.
Wake Forest. They were up 24-17 and a half.
Okay. Mine hasn't updated at all. Mine still says 14-7. I was like,
man,
what a snoozer.
I'm trying to get mine to update. Talk about some of the games we want to talk about. Let me go ahead and just I'm going to put my own words on fraud alert, Landon. My own words.
Okay.
I took LSU to cover -7.5 versus LSU. Or versus Florida. Sorry.
Okay.
I don't think LSU's great. I think Florida stinks. So
it's going to be a rough couple weeks for Florida.
Yes. But if they cover.
It would be the most Florida thing for them to beat LSU this week.
Even
bring everybody back in and then suck after that.
They've got.
It would also be the most LSU thing ever to lose to this Florida team.
At home. Next is Texas.
In Death Valley at night.
Who's going to be more themselves in this game?
Right.
Florida or LSU.
Right. We talked about it. Go get in on our big sweat parlay. Oregon covers. The over isn't crazy either. Oregon covers 28.5 easy. The over's 49.5. I think I got it at 50.5. Oregon's gonna score that alone.
Northwestern stinks.
How embarrassing that Oklahoma State's that much worse than Northwestern though. Vegas thinks they are at least. I took another fraud this week. I think Clemson covers -3.5 for Georgia Tech. It's in Atlanta. Don't think it matters.
I kind of think so too. I think Dabo's another guy who's like, guys, they think you stink.
Oh yeah, he's good at that too. Yeah. Well, he's not as good as Kirby because Kirby will ride that bit till the day he dies. But one day, Dabo gets fed up with it. And he's like, no one thinks this team is good, and they're fantastic. Like he can't do it the whole season.
And Georgia Tech wants to run the ball with Haynes King,
and that's what Clemson wants.
Clemson's defensive line is incredible.
Their entire front seven's really good.
Yeah, I like that. I talked myself into betting this after the show, so I'm in.
You're welcome. Maybe you're welcome. I'm gonna pre-welcome you. Post. We'll see what I say.
Is this a Alabama statement game against Wisconsin?
Here's the problem. I think Alabama had it in their minds that Louisiana Monroe was their statement game, which I don't think that's a good thing. So I don't know. I want to touch it because I think Wisconsin's not good, but I could see Alabama also falling, still winning it handily, but falling flat of the line.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a big spread against another Power 4 team. 20.5. I think they could. If they play to the level that they showed they can, they will.
They've also lost a pretty big spread this year too. So.
Yeah.
Auburn,
South Alabama, the last one on our big sweat.
There you go.
24.5.
I'll intermission with my FCS enticing game of the week.
Okay.
Incarnate Word versus UTSA. Lock it in. This could be a triple overtime thriller.
Oh, are we taking overtime?
Take something. Take the over. Take the over. I don't even know if you can bet on it. You probably can't.
I think you can.
I'm sure you can. You know what? We'll find out.
Still haven't found out what the full version of Incarnate Word is.
Zach Calzada.
You can't say that?
Huh?
You can't say that?
No.
That's what Kentucky fans are thinking right now.
Yeah, that guy stinks. I mean, they knew that was going to happen, right?
No, they didn't. They are the worst about learning from their mistakes.
Good God. Is Jay Wright coaching Villanova's football team against Penn State?
I kind of want to take them to cover because Penn State looked not bad, but not good last week.
Yeah, they're not good.
Terrible.
All right, sucker bet of the week. Lock it in. Be a sucker with me. Alex Golish and the USF Bulls.
Down.
Plus 17.5. I mean,
That's
come on.
Free.
Yes, which means we're going to lose. We're suckers.
Correct.
But be a sucker with us. Can we get a sucker bet of the week on VIP play?
We're going to be sitting here on Sunday going,
we're idiots.
No, we're saying that was easy. Vegas, you're going to let me rob you like that? Vegas does one game a year.
Yeah, this is our
everybody win.
This is our Ocean's 11 game. That's
what
what we're going to call it. Ocean's 11. We're robbing Vegas.
Now you see me.
Yeah.
And it's...
I think it was Ocean's 13 they robbed Vegas. Which one do they rob Vegas in?
This is the gateway bet.
I'm telling you, this is the one that I'm telling you. They give a free one every year, so everyone stays hooked. It's this one. Because the people are going to try to reverse this. I'm telling you. Vegas.
What was it a couple years ago?
This is the comp bet. They're comping your bet.
They did the Derrick Henry, 10 rushing yards in the first quarter, and everybody put $50 on it because it was
I think that was they used to do those max bet things.
Yeah,
we lost. I think we only lost one, and it was when we lost to Arkansas in 2020.
Yeah, and they got everybody hooked, and they stopped doing it.
Yeah, they did their job. There's a new generation coming up. They got to throw some more of those at us.
Yeah. There's not a ton of great games this week.
There's not a ton. There's enough to get us through.
Yeah.
Because I do think that LSU Florida one will be entertaining. We should be home in time for that. Sorry for all of y'all watching at home. The game will probably switch over midway through the fourth quarter.
Arkansas Ole Miss.
Over. This is my over team, Landon. They hit last week. Shout out to Mark Stoops. I've always liked your khaki pants.
Yeah, he sucks.
Taylor Green, he's a scoring machine. Ole Miss wants to score. I think this is 62.5. Did we take the over?
Did we talk about Vanderbilt, South Carolina?
No, we haven't yet.
That'll be. That could be a fraud alert game, though. I mean, South Carolina could go win that by 14. You're like, okay, cool.
If it wasn't William Bryce at night, I'd probably take Vandy in this. Honestly,
I despise Diego Pavia probably more than anybody else that's ever played college football, except for one person, and I'm not going down that path. But Jeremy Banks will not be mentioned. He's not taking this away.
Whoa! Calm
That's
down, kid.
Not the J word.
Incarnate word.
Calm down.
I'm foaming at the mouth. If Diego Pavia goes and wins that night in South Carolina, I'm gonna have to stop talking about him because it's not working. Still fraud and still too old and needs to never snap a football ever again. But I'll stop.
I'm taking Sandstorm. I'm riding with the good people of South Carolina to win this one for them. I took South Carolina to cover. I think it was 3.5 when I got it. 4.5 maybe.
I mean, they need
that should be a fun game to watch.
They kind of have to win this game because they look atrocious.
I can't believe they're ranked number 11. That's crazy. Another fun game that might not be great, but I think it will be fun. A&M and Notre Dame. It was a fun one last year. It was entertaining.
Who do you have in that?
Notre Dame's 6.5 point favorites.
I got to look at Texas A&M schedule to see like how they're going to get 8-4 and see if this is a winner.
Well, no, that's a sneaky part about Texas 8-4. They can get that 4 anywhere.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's tough. I like A&M to cover. I don't know if I like them to win.
Okay.
I think that seems fair. As fair as you can get on this show.
Marcel Reed has looked pretty good.
I think they look the part where they could go 10-2, which leads me to believe more so they'll go 8-4.
For sure. I think A&M looks a lot better in South Carolina, and all we heard about was how good Lenora Seller is going to be this year, and he looks terrible.
Well, they just lost so much on their defense, dude. They're not great. I mean, we know now that Virginia Tech team is a dumpster fire. I want to take Old Dominion to cover. I kind of want to take Old Dominion to win because it's not a big spread.
Dude, do we get Eastern Michigan to beat Kentucky this week?
I don't know, but Ohio State to cover is just super easy.
What's that?
30.5 versus Ohio. Sorry, Mac.
30.5, that's it?
Yeah. Took that one. There's a lot of good lines that I like this week, which means I'm going to lose a lot of money.
There's a lot of big lines.
Big lines that you're like, yeah, they're going to cover.
I kind of like the Eastern Michigan. They're 0-2, but their quarterback's name is Noah Kim.
What does that do? What is that?
I just think that's sick.
Landon.
How many Asian quarterbacks have you seen?
I would go with 0. I can't think of one off the top of my
Noah
head.
Kim, number 1. I don't know if he is number 1.
Sure he's Asian?
Noah Kim?
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels. He is.
Is he?
Japanese.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. Look it up.
No.
You look up Noah Kim. I'm looking up Jaden Daniels.
I have a buddy named Noah Kim.
Is he Asian?
Yeah.
Okay.
See?
He's pretty sick, too. I don't think he's playing quarterback. It could be him, to be honest. Can we age check this guy?
I mean, this could be the nail in the coffin for Stoops. If he loses to Noah Kim in Eastern Michigan, he's done.
There's nothing about his Asian heritage on Wikipedia.
Have
I'm
you
not
seen
saying it's
him?
false. I'm talking about Jaden Daniels.
Oh.
Jeez.
I mean, look up a picture.
So mad. Yeah, that guy's probably Asian.
Okay. Jaden Daniels or Noah Kim?
Noah Kim.
Okay.
There's also nothing on his Wikipedia about it, but I agree.
What a graphic. Confirms. You can't argue that. He spoke on it a couple days ago that
Mom or dad?
He wears a Japanese, his grandmother, he wears a Japanese flag on the back of his helmet.
Kim or Daniels?
Dude, we're not talking about Noah Kim anymore.
Noah Kim is not Japanese.
Could be.
No.
I don't know if that's the right. I don't know. I'll get in trouble.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right, we've got to move away from this.
All right.
He's American, by the way. I just want to talk about that.
Duke Tulane.
He was born in the United States.
Duke Tulane. You got the
Tulane let me down last week.
You got the Duke quarterback going against his former team.
Tulane let me down.
Darian Mensah gets his former team. Tulane's favored.
They let me down last week. I can't do it.
You're out.
They lost to South Alabama last week.
Did they lose?
Yeah.
Oh. No, they're 2-0. They won.
Sorry, they won on a
cover.
late pick, didn't cover. Yeah. That's what it was. They lost in my mind. 1-1 against the spread. Worthless.
That's kind of all the decent games we got.
Hold on. We get our first true sicko game. I'm going to stay up late for the first time in a long time watching TV. I'm going to stay up late. Hawaii kicks off versus Portland, 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Flex it to 12:01.
Oh, no, we got to get
Sunday football.
It's got to kick off on Saturday, and that's a sicko game.
You forgot one.
Okay.
Boston College going all the way to Stanford at 10:30.
Yeah, we didn't play Stanford. Who does Stanford play in the ACC? Who plays at 11 p.m. in a few weeks?
In a few weeks.
Yeah. Someone kicks off at 11 Eastern.
Oh, I have no idea.
I can't remember who it is. Someone on the West Coast, obviously, but I can't remember who.
Probably UCLA again.
Boston College quarterback might be in the Heisman race at some point.
I kind of want to really.
It's a former Alabama quarterback that transferred to Boston College.
I kind of want to take him. Is it 12 still? Like 12 and a half? Stanford stinks. I just don't know anything about Boston College.
I think I saw it at like 11.
Yeah, Stanford
10
stinks.
or 11 before the show. Stanford does stink. I really thought that I was really riding the Frank Reich, Andrew Luck wave, and that did not work. But not dead.
Not dead.
Still eligible for playoffs, right? No.
No, they're dead.
Well,
Definitely dead.
They get out of bid. Big Ten.
I know we picked against. Well, me and Caleb picked against
ACC.
Tennessee. We forgot about the Pope.
I think
No,
that's,
you
a,
can't
I
go
think
back
that's
now.
a kiss of death.
Oh,
you
okay.
can't go back now.
I think it's a kiss
Okay.
of death.
Braylon Staley's been in like what?
I did love the tweets
Blessed.
going around about Catholics first convicts.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Yes. He's also a White Sox fan. Why do we want to? He's a
And a
clear,
Villanova fan.
poor decision maker of
he likes
teams.
losers.
He's a Villanova and White Sox fan.
He went to Villanova.
Oh, that okay. That's fair.
Why
Okay,
do
he
you
can
know
pick.
so much about the Pope?
Why do you not?
I don't know.
I only know he
Hey,
loves
watch.
Braylon Staley. That's the only thing I know about him.
You didn't know he was a White Sox fan?
No.
He's got an interview of him at the World Series. What year was
No,
that?
he's just in the
20
crowd, isn't he?
Well, I think they were interviewing him because
Oh,
I think he was with other Cardinals that went to the game.
yeah. I think his brother,
His brother, I think, is a
I feel
season
like
ticket
you
holder
sh-
still for the White
I
Sox.
feel like you should like the Cardinals if you're a Cardinal, right?
That's a fair point. What year were they in the World Series? 2000.
The White Sox?
Yeah, 2002.
I don't know.
But he went anyways. So
being the Pope's brother is gotta be the worst. You don't get probably anything cool for that
no,
because you're not like,
he's
oh,
a
my
Pope.
brother's the Pope. They're probably all first of all, okay. Second off, it's like, okay, you're not the Pope. Like you're just an average Joe, but your brother's like one of the most powerful people on the planet. Little
It's
bro.
probably pretty sick.
Little bro. If
You don't want him to be a good Pope. You want him to be a.
American Pope is so cool, by the way. We need to get him back over in the States immediately because
where are you putting?
let's get him
Where are you
Neyland
putting the?
Stadium.
Where are you putting the Vatican at?
No, I'm not saying move the Vatican.
Downtown Knoxville.
Put it in Neyland Stadium.
No. What? That's our ground.
Well, we can.
We already got the Body Farm.
We've got the entertainment plaza. Let's just throw it in there somewhere.
Okay.
You can do it. You can stay.
Right next to our bar.
You can stay, yeah.
What do we think about the guest picker, Candace Parker?
I
It's
love it.
fine.
You said it's fine.
It's fine. She was.
I don't think you could go. I don't think you could get much
Didn't she
better
do it
than-
a couple years ago?
No, she's never been it.
No, it was
What?
Bianca.
Yeah, I remember that one was. Don't even get me started. What was she? I think it's because she's always on a WWE. Out of everyone we could get was a WWE.
Well, we don't know who they could
superstar.
get.
I've never heard of them before.
We don't know who else they could get.
No, I'm talking about Bianca, by the way. Not
I know, but we don't even know who else they could get.
Yeah, they-
she
I
didn't
mean,
run
she
track
probably
and field
wasn't-
in Tennessee.
literally.
She probably wasn't their first call.
How far down the list do you think they got before WWE Bianca?
I don't know.
Well, we can't just bring like Peyton Manning. You can't just bring him.
No.
every week.
I'm not even saying that. I'm talking like signing the squirrel. Get him up there. Like somebody like Smokey. Smokey can bark. Maybe he's a little shy right now.
Smokey can't even run to the tee.
Sure, maybe probably a little camera shy. I do.
What
love
happens if
Candace
your
Owens.
own mascot
Not-
picks against you?
Candace Parker. Just do we gonna put the food bowl down and have him eat from one?
Yeah. What happens if he picks against you? That's a kiss of death.
I don't know. Could the Pope? Could he FaceTime in?
I mean, I think you should just fly, man.
That'd be cool.
You can't go virtual guest. It has to be someone in person.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
I like
do like going with somebody who actually like,
Real ties
Knows
to
ball.
Tennessee.
yeah, not just a fan of some sort. Like,
Well, and I'd be fine. I'm fine when they're big fans. It's when they're
Kenny
like
Chesney.
casuals.
yeah,
It needs to be someone that there's zero doubt in your mind they're a Tennessee fan, whether it's because they're a graduate or because they talk about it often or you see videos of them cheering.
mm-hmm. I think that was one we mentioned on the show a couple. Or
Yeah,
was it
I think
last
so.
week?
One I saw after we got off was Leanne Morgan, who I think would be very
Oh.
underwhelming because she talks about Tennessee fair amount. And in her new show,
She'd be hilarious though.
yeah, she's hilarious. And in her new show, they're watching a Tennessee game
Yeah.
in Leanne on Netflix. They watch Tennessee game. They are wearing the complete wrong orange. Someone has a Walmart jersey.
I'm surprised she put up with that. She's a big.
I thought they would do
Big
like
homer.
maybe Kelsey.
She's a
Ballerini
graduate, too.
or something.
Yeah. Yeah, something like that. That just again, at least
See, that's
at least
kind of
Candace,
obscure.
Candace knows ball.
Is she a Tennessee fan? She's just from Knoxville.
She's always on the TNT show during
I don't know.
college basketball, and she's a actual
She's gonna
Tennessee
do
fan.
well.
Yeah, she's gonna do great. She's
She's an icon. I think we'll get a good
oh yeah.
soundbite from her.
100%. All right. Anything else before we get out of here?
Nah.
Go Vols.
Go Vols. Guys, go check out Roback, roback.com. Use promo code More Important Issues for 20% off that first purchase. They got the new Q-Zips. Go check them out. Thank y'all for listening. Go Vols. We're bringing the boat in, and we out.